In this rumpisode, squirt alert. With only hours until Bitcoin cements its most bullish weekly candle in the last 6 weeks, is this truly the beginning of a nice recovery and uptrend to actually break $13,000 and $14,000 once and for all? Blasters are fired up and ready to squirt. And even more importantly, on this 4-hour chart, you see for the last 36 hours, we've been finding support on this very, very important ascending channel line here, guys. And this is absolutely key that we find support here as we did on the previous two. Otherwise, we could see a mega Bart Simpson down to oblivion. And as well, another key reason that we're coming into resistance right here is on this daily chart. You can see showing that Bitcoin is coming and facing that crucial resistance right at the absolutely important golden pocket, the 618 and the 0.65. Guys, this is absolutely key that Bitcoin does end up breaking past this, but it is actually becoming more likely that we do have to find a little bit support slightly below us before continuing this massive uptrend. Wow, but it's also incredibly important to note that usually when we get these weekly closes, there is actually some very volatile price action almost immediately. So with only hours until we get that close, we have to be watching these charts to see if we get a continuation of this trend. Wow, what is going on, menly men, womanly women, and absolute goofy goofballs? Guys, we have a lot to be delving into in this webisode. And I'm extremely excited to see how this weekly close ends up for Bitcoin, because so many times over the past few months when we've had these weekly closes, we've seen the volatility increase almost immediately with this close, with whether it's the bots, the algorithms, or the people just watching to see exactly where Bitcoin is going to stay cemented. And as well, what levels should we expect Bitcoin to close at tonight to remain extremely optimistic? Wow, so if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on those post notifications so you get updated when we post new updates. And as well as always, leave your comment for the ledger. We'll be picking a winner for the ledger as soon as I get back home. So as always, make sure you're subscribed and leave your comment below to enter for these Schledger Schlivaways. And as well, guys, a lot of people were commenting about the echoes. The ceilings are super high and I can't really control that, so I'm just going to try and scream into the mic more, and hopefully that helps the sound. Wow, and as well, guys, if you're interested in trading for the next week only, if you sign up with our Bybit link below, you get an additional 60, 120, and up to 300 additional bonuses for trading when you use the link below. Just put in the code TylerSCrypto1 or TylerSCrypto2 to get those bonuses. Savage Central, guys. So the most key thing we want to take a look at first is this weekly chart. As 6 weeks in a row, we have not gone below this 21-week moving average. And guys, as that is still the case, we basically have to remain bullish. And we've been saying this over and over and over again. I'm sure it gets tiresome, but as long as we remain above this most important weekly moving average, then I really have no choice but to be bullish. This is the most important thing to look out for. And during the entire previous bull market, this was the absolute defining moving average for dictating the difference between bullish and bearish momentum. And as well, guys, it will be interesting to see how we get this RSI to be cemented tonight with this weekly chart. Again, defending the 53 and 54 area, which is something we've been talking about for about 2 months now, right? So this is looking really good for Bitcoin's price. Specifically, if we go to this chart though, guys, this is my most important and favorite chart to be looking at recently, is just finding support along this ascending channel that we've had plotted on here for about 3 months. Okay, so found the bottom with this ascending channel, and we've run into resistance at each one of these levels. And now, as you can see, we're finding ascending support for the last 36 hours roughly along this line. So this is absolutely key for maintaining momentum here. And looking at the 4-hour and hourly charts here on the RSI, I don't see any bullish or bearish divergences that are popping out. So I'm not really getting any indication on the very short term what is to be seen for Bitcoin's next move, whether it's to continue up or to plummet. But the trend is your friend, and this definitely looks like it could continue up. Something, although we really do have to mention though on this daily chart, is guys, we really have not seen any significant volume increase. Now, this could be inching up, very similar to some previous times, but as you can see with our boxes highlighted in blue here, these are what we want to see more in terms of volume, right? Obviously, this massive amount here was the March crash, so we don't expect any volume anywhere even close to this necessarily. But for a nice breakout, we want to see the volume at least approach about 40 here on this volume chart, about 40K on this volume chart. And guys, as you can see on this daily, I mean, basically the volume is still kind of going down. So for an actual breakout, we haven't actually seen a truly monumental Bitcoin breakout just yet. But we could still see that, right? We still have not reached our breakout target of this pattern that we're in. But as well, if we take a look here on this chart, the daily chart here, what we're coming into resistance here is this golden pocket, the 6.5 and the 6.18. We have the 0.78 all the way up here around 11.8, which is going to be huge as well. This is the next level we want to watch for. If we do break above our current level, we want to watch for about 11,800 exactly before coming up to approach that 12.3, which is maximum breakout mode. As you can see, that's where we're facing this resistance here. And as well, we found support at the bottom here. And you can see we also found support around the 0.23 here for a while from September 30th all the way until October 8th. And then that was where we held the support. And then that initiated or helped us break above the 21-day, the 50-day, and get to the current level we're at now. And as well, guys, it's again no surprise that we're facing resistance here. This 6-month ascending channel that we've had on here ever since the absolutely massive crash in March, this has been absolutely key, and we're trying to re-enter these levels. And again, you can see why this is some pretty heavy resistance. We're out of this channel completely, and we've been trying to re-enter it after holding this very key blue horizontal level of support right here. So yeah, you can see why that is providing some resistance there. So guys, huge. The actual breakout target of this is still about $1,000 above where we currently are, right? Between 12.2 and 12.3 is the full breakout of this about 6-week pattern here. And again, if we were ever to see that, we would need to actually see real volume come in, which we have still not seen. So again, even though I'm pretty bullish right now and the space is looking pretty good, we're seeing altcoins get a lot of value added to them, we can't get excited just yet because we have not seen the biggest. If we'd have to take a look at any single indicator that's most important, it would probably just be the volume, right? If you sign up with TradingView, the one indicator that you just get plastered on there immediately, or if you don't even have an account, it's volume, right? So volume is obviously one of the most important, if not the most important single indicator when it comes to technical analysis. And with that being said, we have not seen an increase in volume, which is pretty key when it comes to a breakout here. So I'm really excited to see if with this new weekly close that will cement some bullishness and help propel this market more and trying to get more volume kicked into these markets. But basically, to answer the question, what level do we want to close above here to remain bullish still? And it would be about 11,200. So as long as we close above 11,200, which at the time of me recording this, we're over $160 or roughly $160 above that. So we're looking pretty good. Only a few more hours until we get the close. As long as we can hold above 11.2, then we can remain really bullish and can expect a much bigger turnaround come Monday, right? Less than 24 hours. And as well, we'll be watching the SPX again as soon as it opens on Monday. Wow, guys. So again, if you're new to the channel, make sure to leave your comment below and subscribe to be entered for these Schledger giveaways. Again, this is definitely not a Schledger, but I did not bring them. So as soon as I get home, which will be very, very shortly here, then I will be mailing out the winner of the Schledger once we find out who the winner is. Wow, guys. And as well, if you have experience trading and want to support the channel only, make sure to sign up with our links below. 60, 120, 300 potential extra dollars worth of bonuses for trading on Bybit.